you loved in.
Video. Screenshot mode. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay, now I gotta go back up and make sure that our stuff is running.
Oh, I just completely passed the floor. I didn't realize that.
Alright, I'm going to...
There's also a Daedric fountain over there in the back, so you can drink blood if you need it. It is usable. Have it on tap like a spigot, pretty much.
Wait, what?
Behind the bar next to the deer.
Which floor?
Okay, I think we sound alright.
Daedric fountain behind the bar next to the deer.
Oh. Tweet. I need to send that.
Behind the bar next to
But it's not
deer,
bad account.
fountain. I'm overlooking it apparently. See the alchemy station. Already look. Oh. Wait. Just having a hard time targeting it.
Oh, I'll fix it.
Like it will target it, but like I have to get it lined up just right.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that come from?
My nightclub. I pretty much brought in all my nightclub decorations because we weren't using the nightclub, but we used the Snugpod, so. Mm.
No, but I mean that particular style for the basin. Where did it come from?
Oh, for the vampiric basin?
Yeah.
It's the basin. I just shoved it into the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, I just shoved it into the wall so it looks like blood's on tap. It's great.
I see just a point sticking out now. I thought it was these little jar things.
No, but I love how that's how you thought it was working, so that's great.
That's why I was
Means
like,
the illusion is doing its job.
Okay. Alright. Video killed the radio star.
And then podcasting killed video. Waha!
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Snugpod Cast, go! Tweet is sent. I used an old graphic, but that's because I didn't have
Meh. If artists can repost art, we can repost graphics.
That's right. That's right.
Alright, and we're live on YouTube as well.
Okay.
What is there? But how does it sound?
What? You sound really far away.
It's because my mic is turned a little bit. Hold on. That better?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my
Just
mic
a
was turned the
smidge.
wrong way.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, I set everything up, like, just kind of in a hurry. And then went back to try to finish up in the bedroom. Like, getting stuff straightened up.
Ah.
So I didn't actually, like, get everything completely in place.
How long have you been doing this? Yeah. How long have I been doing this?
Just kind of in a hurry.
Kidding.
And then went back to try to finish up in the bedroom. Like,
I can hear all of us.
Ah.
So I didn't actually, like...
Okay. What am I doing? I am going to member content.
Hey, Gwen, if you would just say something for me real quick so I can listen to the audio.
Words. I really like how that bar looks. That is a nice bar.
Looks good. I like it.
Kind of reminds me of Star Wars, but wood elves.
I love it. Maybe that's why I like it.
Maybe.
Oh boy.
I think it sounds okay.
I have no water, but whatever, YOLO.
Go grab some water. We're going to call this one the Catching Up Over Munchies edition.
I don't know why you sound fuzzy to me.
Me?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a bunch, but it's... I don't know whether it's you or me. Is he sounding... Is he cutting it out for you at all, Gwen? It could also be, you know, hurricane internet.
Never talk.
What if I don't want to talk? What if I just want to sing my heart out?
That's fine too, just make noise.
Yeah, it just sounds crackly to me every once in a while.
He does sound kind of crackly. That also might be because he's munching.
Well, I wasn't munching just then. Hold on a second.
I wonder where to put my trail mix.
Okay, I'm gonna go get water real quick.
Any difference? Does that make any difference? Do I sound crackly less now, or? Do you hear me at all?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Our crazy friend went to go get water, and I went to go get trail mix, and now we're both sitting at our... Well, I'm at least sitting at my mic again. Your bad influence with your snacks.
Yeah. I'm a good influence. What are you talking about?
Either way, you're an influencer, I guess.
I could hear you, but you were still crackly, but I couldn't tell if it was because I was almost out of range or not, so go ahead and talk again.
Do I sound crackly now?
No.
Okay. Good.
So, but if you do get crackly, I'll just let anybody know that since I'm doing the stream, hopefully it holds. I mean, our internet has been fine. Like, we had internet back, supposedly, before we had power back. So, it seems like it's running fine, but...
Is the stuff in your area underground? Or is it...
it is... I'm on fiber now. So, yes, my internet is, but my power is not.
Okay. Yeah, well then that would make sense. Because they wouldn't have to worry about the power, your fiber line being damaged or anything, most likely.
Yep, exactly. So... Yep. Alright, well, I think I'm ready. I don't really know that I remember how to do this, but I'll remember how to do this.
You just talk.
That's right.
We have so much stuff we haven't done.
Like, I did extra things this week,
know.
and I had more to talk about, but it just felt extra time because we didn't even do an hour last week. And now here you are, so we're fine.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm ready.
I have a lot to talk about, too. I've been gone a long time.
Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. Hey everybody, welcome to Late Nights with Snugpod, or a Snugpod Cast late at night, whatever you want to call it. I'm never separate, and I have trail mix, so if you hear munching, that's probably what it is. But I'm not the only one, but I won't call the other one out. I'll let them expose them. I'll let them tell themselves if they want that they have trail mix too. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Gwen the Bard, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Of course there's going to be munchy noises. We're in, like, a Boz Mary tavern right now.
And Gone Crazy Back Soon is back with us now, thankfully.
I'm back, but it was not soon. It was a few weeks, but I'm back.
You only missed like 2 episodes. You know, it's all right.
3, right? Well,
No,
2.
You were on 100.
Two. This is the 3rd week. I guess that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. I kept thinking I was going to be missing tonight, but I ended up not missing tonight. Hooray!
Yeah. So, yeah, we're back after. Well, we've been here, but we're back since last week. It's been a little hectic the last 45 minutes trying to get settled and get us all together and actually sit down and start. So apologies for the late night for anybody that happens to come in and join us. But we've got news and a little bit of lore in our notes. So we'll see what we can get to. What have you been up to, Crazy? Actually, you know what? Skip that. Let's start with Gwen because Crazy might have a lot, and we'll give her a little more time. What do you got, Gwen? What have you been up to?
What haven't I been up to? Well, so welcome to the Snugpod. There's 3 floors again. I said I was going to do it, and we did it. The 3rd floor is kind of a loft, and that's because Never was right. That's not the first time I'm saying this. That's going to be the first time I'm saying this episode, but not the last. Never was right. They're that scribing altar is really finicky. So I have a lot of archival fortunes laying around, and I got a scribing altar. So now we have a scribing altar in the Snugpod, and I decided to move over the Therian Well and the Transmute Station and the vampire things and now we went from like a little room with some food to, well, it is the same Snugpod. It's just there's more, and somehow it feels bigger and not smaller. But here we are. But besides decorating, which I've been doing, I did a lot of decorating. I'm a DPS now. I've been using a 1-bar build that I designed myself because
What?
I really wanted to do things because I binged the scribing storyline in 2 days. It took me 2 days when I had spare time over the course of 2 days. Now over those 2 days, I was determined. I was like, all right, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to buy those books, and then I'll have all 4 books in the Snugpod. It'll be great, and I want those books. And then I got through it. And then I realized the books are attached to achievements that are going to take a minute. And I really don't get a lot of time to play with other people. And the things that you have to do in order to get the things for those achievements require killing things. So I'm a DPS now because I want books. You know, you got to do it for the lore, right? That's how we do things here. And then while I was
So what
looking
you're
through
saying is you're going to have a killer library?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Har har har. I see what you did there. I'm still in shock that she's a DPS.
And then how dare they add achievements to doing surveys? That does not mean I'm going to do my surveys. It maybe does, because crafting is like the one spot in achievements I almost always have complete, so dang it. And then I finally tried to do Vedashran Hollows, which I ran through it like it was a freaking breeze, because I was like, you know what, let's do a random arena to try to test our new DPS build that we made, right? Let's do that. Let's do an arena I've never done before. So I've never done Vedashran Hollows, because remember when the Reach was, Markarth and the Reach and everything was released on PlayStation, and those were some dark times for PlayStation. So I've never done any of that. I've never done any of that, so I finally decided to do that, and I ran through it like butter. Amazing. It was fun, and I love it, and I think that is going to be my go-to arena if I need to get an arena done quick. So yes, that is everything I have been up to. How about you guys?
So I have been in, not in game a whole lot, personally, so I haven't done a whole lot. I did finally get on. There was a crafting motif that I wanted. It was the, not a motif, I'm sorry. furnishing recipe, whatever. Furnishing plan. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. For the Fargrave balcony, I wanted to get those because they actually fit with the vibe of the island pretty well. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I wanted the plan, and I happened to just luck out. And I think actually one of the guilds I'm in, if I remember right, somebody had it for sale. Quite a bit less than I was expecting to find it for, too. So, lucked out there. And that's been about it. I've done a little bit of like note taking. I'm still trying to figure out which sets I want to put in the house next, and also kind of toying with different ideas for some more of my infamous super better than meta builds. But mostly just notes on what sets are out there that would be good fit for the house, and I think I have a couple that I've settled on, but I haven't gone and actually gotten my station set up for that yet. But that's been about it for me. Crazy. Drop the crazy.
Drop the crazy.
Yeah.
It has been a tough, hectic, crazy, whatever we want to call it, almost month for me. If anybody is in the guild, you know that probably I've had quite a bit of real life stuff going on. So, yeah, I lost my dad a few weeks back, so that was a lot. But you know, things are what they are, and whatnot. But so I've been dealing with that and real life stuff that surrounds all of that with family and whatnot. And then I did have a bit of a reprieve, and I got to go on a wonderful, what I would call gamers retreat. And I went up to Tennessee, and we went out to a cabin, and we did, and by we, I mean I was there with Jibs and Cash and Sunny and a whole bunch of people. Some were previous lore seekers, some are still lore seekers. And there were about 15 of us, and we were hanging out together for 4 or 5 days and just kind of hung out and played board games and card games and, you know, cooked meals together and just had an awesome time. It was a great way to, like, unplug and be away for a little bit. It was kind of what my heart needed at the time, so it was really, really great. And then we came back, and then a hurricane came. So I literally came back from being away after all of the real life stuff that has been happening and like processing all of that. And then 2 days later, after coming back from Tennessee, I turned around and evacuated right back to Tennessee from Florida. So we had Hurricane Milton come through, and it was nuts because I live in an old house. So it was like, okay, if you live in a house built pre-1992, you should probably get out if you're in the path. And we happen to be in the path. So, you know, we packed up our stuff and my mom and my brother's family and took off back for Tennessee. We had a really nice place that we got to stay up there that was offered to us by some friends of my brother. So we were there for a few days. Saw the aurora, which was crazy because like you don't normally see it that far south, and yeah, so that was really cool to witness. And then we came home a few days ago. We still did not have power until about 2 hours ago. So I just got my power back. It has been a wild ride. In terms of in-game, I did some of the Undaunted event. I had a great time, what little bit I got to do. And then we had that Westfield event, and I did quite a bit of it for the first few days on both platforms, and then that's when everything kind of happened. And so I didn't get to really finish that event, but I did get to grab my rewards and stuff from that, and yeah. So it's just been hectic. I'm doing good. It's just been a wild ride, real life. I have felt so supported by so many people. So if you reached out to me, if you helped me with anything, if you just have been like, hey, I'm here if you need me, I so appreciate you all. So Thank you so much for that. And hopefully that's not too heavy for people that are listening, but I just wanted to kind of let people know what was going on with me, just because I kind of disappeared for 3 weeks, you know? So it's been a lot, but back and good to go, and hopefully maybe some things are semi-normal and I won't have to leave for a hurricane again.
Let's certainly hope so.
I certainly hope so too, but yeah, that's it. I'm excited to be back in Tamriel and hopefully get to game a little, because, you know, I'd really like to play the game. So that's it. And there's a Khajiit somewhere, and they are loud, and I love it.
Is that your Khajiit?
That would be mine.
Okay.
we let a Khajiit in the Snugpod. Alfiq is pissed. You didn't pay that Alfiq, did you?
That's the old grumpy one that you met.
I love that guy.
And he's harassing the one that I don't remember if you actually saw, the gray one.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that bolted from behind the couch.
The one that bolted from behind the couch, yep.
Yeah, he likes to harass her. Yeah, I don't get it. Hold on just a moment.
The cat and his cats. The cat and his house full of cats.
I have a small little fake sitting under my desk right now she's calmed down, but she was trying to grab my headphone cord. So
my Alfiq were pissed. They were in crates in the car for 12 plus hours.
Oh, I'm sure they were pissed.
We're pissed. When we got home, it was like, bye.
He's gonna walk around being very chatty. He does this at night. I don't know what his deal is.
I love it. I love it.
He just walks around meowing like crazy, like something's going on with him. But anyway, yeah. Well, we're glad you're back, and we're glad you're safe, and
yes,
hopefully things will calm down just a little bit. That's a lot for anybody to have to deal with in that short a period of time. So.
Yeah, well, I was just very thankful to have a really great support system, not only in family and like friends that are here, but also guild and people in game and, you know, whatnot. So just very lucky and very blessed to have all of you. So thank you.
Indeed. Well, should we talk ESO stuff?
You should, because I have no idea what's going on, and I would love to know.
Sorry, I'm just reading the notes there. So there's. Do we just want to go straight down the list? Start with the Crown Store stuff.
Oh, sure.
All right. There's Crown Store stuff. We've got the Crown Store showcase for October. Have either of you looked at this?
Negative.
Not really.
Yeah.
All right. We're doing great.
I looked through it, and there's some cool looking stuff.
I already claimed my painting.
Ooh, I need to do that. That's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So yeah, for the ESO Plus deals, the free items, you get the Oathsworn Pit painting. I should really stop eating while I'm doing this.
If you want to continue to eat, one of us can talk it too.
Sure. Whatever. So I'll just I'll stop there. The Oathsworn Spit. The Oathsworn Spit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ew.
Free painting for ESO Plus members. What else we got?
Bonfire Wickersteed. It seems like this is going to be the spooky Crown Store showcase, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So we have this new Wickersteed. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a Wickersteed that's on fire, and it looks really cool. And that's about that.
Did either of you ever see the movie Wicker Man?
Yes.
If I did, I don't remember. It was probably just another throwaway horror movie like all the others I watched.
It's not really a horror movie.
Nope.
It's more like a mystery thriller kind of movie with Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
Yeah, the ending of that movie Anyway, wicker and fire. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah. All right. Carry on.
Yikes. Yeah, so we have the Wicker Steed. There, for crafting motifs, we have Kindred's Concord, which this is the one that comes from Bastion Nimics. So it says, High Priest Blightcrown writes of those using this style. Many of you are entrusted with duties that require you to move without notice among the scoffers and persecutors of our world. Used to learn the Kindred's Concord crafting style. So this is one that comes out of Bastion Nimics. You can buy it up until October. Never mind, it's done. It was done 4 days ago. So, sorry if you missed it, but it's a cool style. But you can also go and get it from Bastion Nimics, that's all. Oh, goodness. The next one as well, this one is from October 10th, though, and this is the Blind Path Cultists. So, this is a new crafting motif. You can have it drop from the blind in Bedlam Vale. Harder difficulties, of course, always have the chance to increase the style page dropping. But the description is, Camp Prefect Asilis Hain writes of this style. It is frustrating to admit that the crystalline material used extensively on this armor eludes many of the standard testing methodologies I've brought to bear. It's clearly some form of Creatia, but formed and latticed in a manner I've never seen before. So you can use that to learn the Blind Path Cultist crafting style. We also have, going along with that, the Recollection, which is a Bosmeri style. So it says, the Bosmer and the Recollection, who are dedicated to a forgotten Daedric prince, designed standardized equipment to help them better face challenges. Use to learn the Recollection crafting style. So this is the actual style that comes from Oathsworn Pit, and it has a chance to drop from Aradros the Awakened. And that one is available from October 24th. So it looks like these are kind of staggered in when they are available, and it's basically like the Bastion Nimic and then the two different dungeon styles. So that's pretty cool. We have next the Scourge Harvester Arms Pack. That one is from Malabeth the Scourger. So it's an undaunted type of, sort of style thing from Wayrest Sewers.
Also too late.
Undaunted?
Yep. Undaunted?
Undaunted.
Clearly,
we are undaunted.
There we go. Yep, too late for that one. You're right. Bummer. I'll start to read these a little closer. I'm out of practice, guys. The Crowborn Hunter Arms Pack. Has this one been in before? Is this a new one? Am I crazy?
Well, yes, but that's besides whatever is going on here, yeah.
Yeah,
it
so
says it
this
returns,
one,
so...
it does return. You are correct. So this one is going to be from October 17th to the 21st, and it has matching armor pages that are going to drop from Plunder Skulls during the Witches Festival event. So this will go along with that armor style that's coming. So if you want to match everything all together, you can do that. It's got feathers and creepy stuff and bones and all sorts of things all over it, which is pretty cool.
Looks like you walked up on a dead bird. It's been there for a couple weeks.
And then you're like, let me use that as a bow. You can also purchase the Lair of Marsalok Arms Pack, which will also be available through October 24th. This is from Lair of Marsalok. It's this blue, glowy weapons pack. That's the best way to describe it. You can also potentially have the matching mask page drop from Veteran Lair of Marsalok, and the shoulder page can also be purchased for 50 Undaunted keys, or could also drop from the Mystery Coffer for 1 key. Having the achievement Celine's Savior increases the drop chance of both of those items as well. There's also a new armor pack called the Sentinel Regal Guard. Bacilla of Sentinel notes, you can see elements of the Phyllacid dynasty, I hope I said that right, in the gear of the Royal Guards of Sentinel. I approve. Alter your armor's appearance by using this complete set of Sentinel Regal Guard outfit styles. Huh, this one's pretty cool, actually. It's like a combination of Well, it looks like leather and cloth, right? I was trying to see if that was chainmail, but it's not. It's just the patterning in the leather.
No, it's
And
not.
got
It's just embroidered.
Yeah, it's like an embroidered with a little half mask that goes on the hood to cover the face, which is pretty cool. It looks like it would dye well. But that will be available through November 7th from October 31st. What was that, Glenn? Sorry.
Maybe it would dye well.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how the dye channels go.
Yeah.
But will it dye clean?
Who knows?
What is guaranteed, though, is you will dye looking well if you wear it.
This is very true. You can also look like you're dead by adorning yourself with the skull face tattoo back.
Good tie-in. Good tie-in.
Yeah, yes, thank you. I'm here all night. So for this one...
Is that the mask from that movie Coco?
That's what it looks like. It does look like the mask from Coco. I kind of like how different it looks on all of the styles, though. Like, the Argonian looks very different than the humanoid versus the Khajiit. They look pretty different.
That's because their teeth are in different spots.
Yes.
The canines and the jaws. And yeah.
But I mean, even down to the patterning. Like, the Khajiit almost has, like, these sorts of, like, leaves, and then the Argonian's a little more feathered. It's pretty cool. So that one's available from October 31st to November 4th, so just after Halloween time. And then another favorite is returning, the Toxin Doctor costume. That one's available for a limited time. It's already gone. Never mind.
It'll be back in about 3 weeks, I bet.
That's true. Zaji's sailing apparel. Say what you want about Zaji, but he has style. His uniform gets more elaborate every time I see him. You can always tell when he's visited a city since there's usually more than one person wearing something inspired by him. Zaji's outfit is so cute. I love it. This one is available from October 24th to the 28th. And of course, ESO Plus members receive a discount, just like on a lot of these things. We've also got a tribal shaman pack. This is very Argonian, different types of shamans, kind of this tribal spellcaster sort of situation. That one's available for only a few days, October 28th to the 31st.
Is it all Argonian? Because the one on the left looks very Bosmiri.
You're right, it does look very Bosmiri.
Anyway.
I'm not sure, you're right, it is. It's a wood elf top.
And I know that's a wood elf helmet.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yep.
Huh. What does it say? Tribal shamans. A costume pack that offers 3 variations of a mystic tribal spellcaster. So maybe it is. It's not just Argonian. It's just the Argonian seems very prominent because she's in the front.
There we go.
So there you are. The Dark Shaman. That one's creepy. It's been around for a long time. It's returning. You get to wear a giant weird skull on your head and hardly any clothes. Because apparently that's what Dark Shamans do.
They look like it should be something a worshiper of Almalexia would wear.
Interesting.
It looks very Almalexia-esque.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, like, some weird ritualistic, you know, like, sort of... Like, it would be an outfit only worn for a ritual. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Then, we have... the Moonshadow Wings Mask. The Lepidopterans are a sect of Azura cultists who conceal their features with elaborate butterfly masks. These have recently become a fad among the jaded youth of mainland Morrowind, and now you can wear one too. Lepidopterans, good word. It's a good word.
So that's just like a masquerade party?
Yeah, basically, but as a butterfly.
Yeah.
That one's only available for a few more days. Might not be available by the time this show posts, because it's only through the 17th.
Y'all should remind me when we're not recording to tell you my one experience with a masquerade ball.
Oh, no. I'm scared. Have you ever wanted to wear this sort of mask to a masquerade ball? Have you ever wanted to be a witch of Ice Reach?
Talking about Wicker Man.
If you would like to, you can currently purchase this October 28th through October 31st, just for a few days, so that you can be extra creepy by being part of the Ice Reach Coven. If you don't like that and you want to wear a skull on your head with a whole bunch of flowers, you can also flaunt your colorful style, bringing floral joy to everyone around you with the Floral Skull Fascinator. Oh boy. And then, very popular crates are returning, the Hollowjack crates. Those are available through October 17th. They're actually available now, so you can go ahead and purchase those if you'd like. Following that will be the New Moon crates that return. Those ones were pretty popular, too, for a while. They've got a lot of green glowy stuff in them. And then we've got events coming, as we know, because it's always that time of year where we're going to start to get a bunch of events back-to-back. Like, we're going to have... Witches Fest, and then we'll have New Life, and, you know, all of that stuff coming, so, yeah. Ooh, this is a good furnishing pack. I love this. Lantern's Lure and Pumpkin Strip, Webs and Snare and Grave Hand's Grip, Crows Will Mock as Wraith Scythe's Hack, all in thrall to Hollowjack. So the Hollowjack Furnishing Pack is available until the 17th, so just a few more days if you want to get your Halloween decor on.
Recommend. It's fun. I have that one.
I love it. This next one is cool. I like this one a lot.
This one's new. This is new.
Yeah, this is new. It's really neat. It is a Haunted Housewares Furnishing Pack. So it says, a door that won't shut, a painting cursed by an ominous apparition, a broom that endlessly sweeps. Decorate your cherished haunt with these and other eerie furnishings, then relish the lived-in or died-in atmosphere you've imbued with restless spirits.
Okay, you might call it haunted, but if I had a broom that swept for me all the time, I'd be pretty content with that.
Oh, me too. I'd be like, yes, sweep everything as long as you want.
Have either of you looked at it in game yet?
No.
I have not, but I feel like I should. I think our Snugpod might become haunted.
It's pretty cool. The broom is pretty. I kind of like. I don't know what I would do with all the other furnishings because they're all like spectral looking, but
yeah,
the broom is definitely would be fun just to have. Like, you can just put it anywhere and it's like you can be haunted, or you could just say that, you know, Harry Potter moved in and cleaned your house for you.
I love it. I'm looking at them right now on our stream. That's so fun.
Does it count? Is using a using a wood furnishing if it's if it's ghost wood? Like, is ghost wood actually wood or is it not wood? What is the Valen, the Green Pact consensus on that?
I don't know, but that picture is creepy. The figure on it just kind of like hangs there and shakes like jello.
Yeah, I really thought that was going to be more of like it came out of the painting when I saw the description, but no, it just looks like someone got hung on the painting. Did you activate the table there?
No, but I noticed that it's interesting. The bookcase has exercised closed, haunted open, exercised open. How interesting.
Yeah, if you go back to the table,
the
dishes will move themselves around.
There's like little fork of horripilation.
Oh my god. Like. Dishes that wash themselves?
They don't wash themselves.
That sweep themselves?
They place themselves on the table. I guess they start out stacked up, and then they just will like go around and place themselves around the table.
That is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool furnishing pack, to be honest. I like it a lot. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Alright. Back we go. We also have, for a target dummy, the Harrowing Reaper. That one comes back from time to time. So it's available until the 17th as well. And then we also have the Witch's Coven furnishing pack. If you're into decorating, you know, that witch's house or that coven house that we have, this is a great accessory for that. That one is available through November 6th from October 24th, so soon it will be in the store. And then we also have a music box called The Ghosts of Frostfall. So this will play that composition when active. That one's available through November 6th from October 24th. Then we've got the Witch Mother's Bubbling Brew music box. That one returns, and we'll play the Witch Mother's Bubbling Brew composition through November 6th from October 24th. And then, Never, you want to talk about this one a little bit? I know you were talking about it a little bit before stream.
Yeah, the Shadow Queen's Labyrinth.
This house looks awesome.
So, yeah, the description says a winding maze dominates the grounds of this twilight-enshrouded estate, creating endless opportunities to perplex visitors. The visceral awe evoked by Nocturnal's everglow skies provides an exquisite contrast to the spacious Somerset-inspired home. So that's available now through the 24th. The house itself is nice, like the interior space and everything. I know Gwen said you said you liked the house part of it, right?
She may have had
the house and the sky. I really like the sky.
Yeah,
but if
sky,
I bought it, it would be because of the architecture of the inside of the house.
Yeah, the sky is the selling point for me. If I could have that sky on the island, I totally would. It's cool that you have you have a maze that you can kind of wander around in outside. And so the outdoor space is pretty sizable. There's some I don't know if you want to call them NPCs necessarily, but there are a couple of other spirits that you can see off to the sides, outside of where you can actually reach. So that's kind of cool. But it's definitely got a fun atmosphere, just being the whole Evergloam look, which is like my favorite. What's the
Pocket realm?
Pocket, yeah. I don't know. I like cool looking skies. I'm a sucker for a nice sunset.
Sucker for a good skybox.
Yeah, and I think that one's really, really cool.
Where is it located?
That's a good question. Is it technically in the Evergloam? Because it's got like an Evergloam skybox, so...
Okay, I meant where's the door?
Oh.
I'm not sure. Wouldn't be somewhere in Somerset, would it? Since it's a Somerset-inspired home.
Well, let's find out real quick. Hold on.
Nope, to Somerset.
Hold, please. I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna zoom out, and we're gonna find out. Because that's the easiest way to find it.
Well, yes.
But I have a feeling it probably is there.
So while you're doing that...
Oh! You know where it is? It's in the Clockwork City.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wild.
That also explains why it's purchasable with crowns, because DLC zone equals crown-only house normally.
Yeah. It is just behind the cloisters in the Brass Fortress. So it's near the Brassworks. How interesting.
So a pocket realm within a tiny magical realm?
Which is also...
Well, shadows can infiltrate everywhere.
Right.
This is true.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yep.
Cool. There's also the Exorcised Coven Cottage. That one comes around pretty much every year. It's everybody's Halloween house. Seen a lot of people do lots of different things with this one. They can make it spooky. You can make it look cool. And by cool, I mean like not spooky. You know, whatever you're into. A lot of people decorate this house in a lot of different ways, which is really, really cool. Wraith Home is also going to be available. This one returns for a limited... Yeah, right? This one returns for a limited time through November 14th. It's got lots of skulls and stained glass and portals and scary stuff. So if you like that, that's your jam, go ahead and think about that house. We also have for house guests Hyruna, which is this small floating doll that has
That
an
was a
agent of
quest.
justice trapped inside. She intends to plot vengeance. Adding them to your home, you can set her on a path, and you can speak with her, of course. So, mount-wise, we have the Hollowjack Indrik. So if you want
Yet
dog
another
deer,
Indrik.
a dog deer that's another Indrik that barks and has flames and looks like a pumpkin, then this is your mount right here. It says, twisted twigs, a scent of death, a dance amid the briars, a dash of howls, and a drip of gore starts sinister fires. Stir around with haunted bone, then call me with your screams. If I approve, a mount you gain to torment your foes' dreams. Now that's a description.
Hollowjack's
Aw.
officially my favorite Daedra.
Dang nabbit, it's not in the store anymore. Womp womp.
Read another one.
It is a crime we can't ride mounts in first person.
Ugh,
Random thoughts.
right. The next one, sorry, if you don't buy it right now, you're not getting it, because it is the Brimstone Deathhound. It's a new mount, and it is only available for another few hours.
Really, right now, like, if you're listening to this recorded, you missed it. You
missed
don't
it.
get it anymore.
Rose, if
so
you want that
sorry.
mount, hurry up.
Yep, that's right, get it. You missed it. The Black Stench Panther is available in the Crown Store as well. Mind Shriven Horse, that one is available and returning to the Crown Store. There's a Black Bear, which is a Cyrodiilic bear, seen in High Rock, as well as Skyrim.
As well as about an hour from my house.
Yes, that's also true. That one's available through October 24th. We also have the Reaper's End Quasagriff. So if you want a giant eagle mount that can't fly, a griffin that can't fly and looks purpley and scary, and yeah, you can.
It's adorable. It's
It
just
is-
a fluffy little bird squirrel that
That's a
glows
bird.
purple.
A bird squirrel that glows
It looks like a
purple.
squirrel. It's like squirrel shaped, but it's a bird. It's great.
Yep, that's true. Kind of has a squirrely face in that picture too.
And just the floofy tail.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Available through October 31st. And then, if you like Sench Leopards, well, it's back. It returns to the Crown Store, Clouded Sench Leopard. If you like dogs with multiple eyes and alligator mouths, then you can also buy the Void Eater Durzog. So that one is available as well. If you want to ride a mount that is drenched in the Void's corruption, it's available through November 4th from the 31st. And then we've
That
got...
sounds like he's been possessed.
It's pretty much. That's basically it. We also have the Grove Tender Sweep, which is a new customizable action. Actually, I'm not sure if it's new, but it returns, so it's not new. It is a druidic sort of sickle to harvest plants and herbs. So this one's available through you got to buy it right now by 10 a.m. I'm doing great
Again,
at
why
these
are you
tonight,
not
guys.
watching us live? You're missing these things.
I'm doing great at these tonight. If you'd like to look like a werewolf lord, well, there's a polymorph for you, and it is available not anymore. So we hope you got it while you could.
If you like looking like a werewolf lord, well, we hope you acted sooner than now.
The Werewolf Lord was one of the first polymorphs that you could buy.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
true. And another one one of the first ones you could buy, I think, is the Shadow Soaked Goblin.
That's one of the more recent ones.
You think so?
Yeah, no, because for the longest time you could just use the gem.
Oh, you
from
had
the
that
quest.
costume thing. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But then now you can't anymore. Now you have to buy it.
And you won't be able to buy it after a few hours because it ends today.
It's okay. I
Oh,
still think I have my
boy.
Shadow Soaked gem in my bank.
We're doing great. If you're listening to us live, or maybe you're not and you get it day of, you can also get the Pumpkin Spectre polymorph. That one's available through the 17th, as well as, following that, the Reaper's End Scarecrow Spectre, which is a new polymorph,
And
will be
clearly
available.
the Superior Spectre.
All right, will be available through the 31st. So this one says, Harvest Reaping brings out all sorts of ill-omened beings. I avoid that nonsense by looking like a scarecrow specter, animated by amethyst flames. An illusion, yes, but yours if you can handle it. or if you can handle the terror you'll inflict. There you go. Oh, we're almost done. We've got some pets. A skeletal cinch leopard. Basically, if you want a cat made of bones, well, your pet's here. Available.
Do you want a
through
cat made
already
of
done.
bones that looks like it's wearing red shoes and has ginormous eyelashes, like unreasonably large eyelashes?
It's like a
'Cause
drag queen skeleton.
It is. She is not exaggerating. Just less makeup. But
Well,
the eyelashes, though.
And skin. Less makeup and skin. Also,
I'm pretty
it's not
sure
available.
I'm pretty sure that I ran across that thing underneath a house when I used to do contract work.
Oh my god. Well, you'll have to run across it under a house again, because it was done on the 10th. Oh, let's look at the next one. Well, nope, that one's going to be done too, but there's a Death Hound available for a few more hours, and then for a few more days, you can also get the Daedric Scamp. There is a Shornhelm Shepherd. He is available from the 21st through the 24th. And the Ghostly House Cat is making its return through the 24th as well. And then the Witch's Infernal Familiar, which is a really cute little cat wearing a hat. It's wearing a witch's hat.
So it's a Dr. Seuss cat.
Yeah, it's a black cat. And it leaves little fiery paw prints while it walks and has glowing eyes. There's also a skeletal pack wolf pet, so basically
Apparently,
like the less
drag queen
flamboyant
wolf
version.
does not. The drag queen cat isn't just a cat. There's also the wolf version.
Yeah. Its eyelashes aren't as big though. And it's available through the 31st. So there you go. That is your spooky October Crown Store that most of what I read ended on the 10th. But that's...
Did you go away?
Maybe.
Says I can't voice chat with Crazy
Oh,
anymore. Due to a
yeah,
network error.
no. Yeah, power's out. Alright. It's just us again, buddy.
Well,
So,
Alright.
we're gonna go with You Were Right again. Nodes, you do get extra drops from nodes during the Explorer's Celebration.
oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what I was like. What about this was I right about? Yeah, the double drops. I'm assuming is what it is. It just said extra drops, I think, but I assume it's double.
Let's see. And how long is this going on for?
It was for 8 days when it started, if I remember right.
Okay, we have, as of recording right now, we have 3 days, 9 hours, and 29 minutes left.
Remember that one time?
Now you know we record ridiculously late at night, if you didn't know that already.
I heard it crazy.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Oh boy, is that better?
No.
Strange. Alright, well, maybe I'll have to, hold on, let me see here real quick.
Are you back on the same mic, or are you using something different?
I'm on my headset, and I had to swap over because I'm currently sitting in a dark room in my house because everything turned off because my power went off.
Convenient.
So there's that. So sorry about the stream, everybody.
Well, this is why we have 2.
Yep.
Yep.
We have backup plans.
Yep. So, yeah, that's fun. I don't know if I'll be able to stay or not, because now I have no power.
Well, you're here. We might not be able to hear you
I-
quite as loudly, but...
Yeah. Let me see if I can fix that. Carry on, and I'll see if I can pop back in.
Okay. Yeah, so the event runs October 8th, starting October 8th. Does it have the end date? I know you. There it
3
is.
days.
Thursday
Yep.
until October 17th. Yep. Or until
3
Thursday.
days.
Yeah.
9 hours, 27 minutes remaining.
Yeah. Yeah, you gave the time. I just wanted to get a date. I wanted to put that out there.
Oh, that's fair. I didn't want to calculate it. But you get increased drops from harvest nodes, not including fishing or creature drops. 100% XP gains from every source. Bonuses stack with other things, such as your scrolls and root multipliers. And 100% plus gold earned from monster kills, quest rewards, and similar sources. And I somehow managed to spend it all in less than 2 seconds on Dark Brotherhood items in Cold Harbor tonight. But there we go.
Oh, that's 100% from crafting writs and stuff too then, right?
Yep.
That's a good way to get some gold quickly if you got several characters that do crafting
Right
writs.
now, if you have been holding on to all your master writs, you should do your writs. Do your writs. I'm saying this. I don't like doing my writs. Do your writs. I'm going to. But yep, that's pretty much it for that.
Yeah.
And then, are you back? Perfect. You're reading the next one.
Wait, who's reading the next one?
I don't know. One of you two.
Okay.
We're going to do the meet the character.
Xerath Var. Alright, I'll read it. Let me get here where I can. Alright. Correspondence delivered with the Ballad of Kunzari, a long and unfinished Moonsinger composition dated to the late First Era. My dear friend Talbira, when you receive this, it will be more than a year since I entered partnership with Xerath Var. I cannot believe it has been that long already. He is much changed from when I first met him. Or perhaps I should say he is much more himself. You have known him longer and would know better. I find he is more the high-minded acolyte of the hidden moon that you described than the aloof hothead who took Azara's teachings of self-love too seriously that I first judged him to be. When you chose me for partnership with one of the Order of the Hidden Moon, I had notions that traveling with a necromancer would be dour and serious. A true test of my faith. Instead, my days are filled with travel and song, meaningful work, and good conversation. Xerath is warm and easygoing, making friends wherever we travel. But he takes his service to Azura seriously, endeavoring never to stray from his twilight path. I am every day in awe of his commitment, for he makes it look so very easy. We have journeyed far, tending to those most in need of my healing songs or Xerath's blade, and we talk of you fondly and often. You'll smile to know that I, too, have now had to tear this cat away from watching games of five-claw cards or war dice. Thank Azura that we have little gold with which he might gamble, but we are all right. Xerath's upbringing gave him light fingers, so we are never in want of anything, rather, never anything that another might sorely miss. And while I am happier than I have been in some time, there is no denying that we face many dangers in our travels. Everything from Dromothra to beasts that stalk the Tinmar forest. I am little good at fighting or defending, not being a warrior like Xerath, but I endeavor to learn songs of battle and train with him further. I will look out for him the same as he watches over me. This I vow. But look at me, going on like this. The purpose of this letter was to send you the rubbings you asked for from the Kokarin Zab. I send it with a vial of the sacred waters found within. May both aid you in the songs you write in honor of the Laughing Lion. Perhaps Xerath and I can hear your progress when next we meet in person. Azura guide you, Ravith. Xerath Var is a formidable warrior, a master of undeath, and one of Azura's most faithful followers. However, he now finds himself lost and in need of a guide and comrade in arms. Will you accompany Zareth Var on his journey of rediscovery and crusade against the Twilight Queen's enemies? Alright. So we get to travel with a necromancer.
Fun. Yeah, we do.
With a really scary looking glowy yellow sickle.
Yeah. I'm excited to see more of his storyline and like hear how that goes.
Oh, I am so interested in his storyline, especially after reading this next article, which I will totally read now.
Yay!
The Update 44 preview, New Companions. A companion cast out. The High Elf Tanlorn is a companion who uses a mixture of Dragonite and Soul Magic abilities, making them unique among the game's other recruitable combat allies. Like previous companions, Tanlorn will feature their own quest and storyline, which delves into their turbulent history and exile. For every companion's combat kit reflects similarities to what is available to the player, almost as if the companion themselves chose the abilities they wanted, like how we purchase abilities to put on our bar, explains systems designer Carrie Day. However, when approaching Tanlorn, their personal story and relationship is such a strong theme, we decided to pursue it not only in their personal quests, but for the first time strongly in their combat abilities by mixing their class with one of the player available skill lines, Soul Magic. Tanlorn is also the first time we have repeated a class, with the Dragon Knight also previously used for Bastion. We desired to approach them as if both were players that chose different abilities and took different morphs, such as with volcanic arms inspired by the player's molten weapons ability. In rare instances, we chose the same thing while giving them all the necessary tools to succeed in combat. Tanlorn is an outcast from their home in Somerset society, and as you encounter and adventure with them, you'll discover their past shapes them in ways they can't entirely leave behind. Players may find it interesting to hear that Tanlorn's story reflects and builds on certain themes embedded in the original Aldmeri Dominion questlines, writer-designer Andrew Sazius de la O explains. Because of that, being able to lean on the skills of their content designer, Janet Priblo, and our resident lore master, Michael Zenke, who both helped shape the original release of the game, was a major boon in their development. We wanted their story to both feel like a callback to the questlines that shaped the Dominion, as well as a platform for what comes next and who gets to play a role in shaping that future. The Necromancer Adrift in Time. The other companion in Update 44 is Zareth Var, a Khajiit necromancer who has mysteriously emerged from the distant past. He, too, has his own quest and storyline that delves into his strange circumstances and unusual approach to the necromantic skills he brings to bear in combat. Like Tanlorn, Zareth Var is defined in many ways by his homeland elsewhere. However, there are some stark differences, too. In a way, they're almost polar opposites. With Tanlorn's story rooted firmly in the present of the Second Era, explains Michael Zenke, ESO's lore master, and Zareth Var's narrative is shedding light on time lightly explored in Elder Scrolls games before. This tie to the past was one of the earliest ideas developed for Zareth's story, in particular his connection to a unique group of necromancers. The idea of a hidden moon necromancer came up in pitches, and we were excited by the story potential of a companion that felt unique compared to the other necromancers we meet in the game, explains writer-designer Julie Comstock. We also liked the idea of exploring a lesser-known facet of ESO's lore and have a companion with a very close connection to his homeland. Of course, the irony is that elsewhere of the Second Era is so different than the 16 kingdoms of Zareth's time. Luckily, this gives him a lot to grapple with and learn over the course of his story. Zareth, being a living piece of history, gave us a lot to work with in terms of a unique perspective on Tamriel's Second Era. Common ground. Despite their differences, the design for the two new companions shared many touchstones throughout the process. Companion development has evolved based on player data and player feedback through videos and posts, says Day. We desire to have the companion feature feel as if you truly have a friend playing by your side and providing commentary on how you play the game. This approach shines through in many areas, not least of which is the special perk available for each companion when they are active, or after a player has fully earned their trust. Working with Tenloren unlocks Tenloren's Finesse, which makes lockpicking and forcing locks easier and more efficient. Meanwhile, those who keep Zerathar at their side benefit from Zero's guidance, marking the presence of resource-filled heavy sacks out in the world. Designing the non-combat perks for each companion is personally one of the hardest aspects of designing a companion. Taking their individual personalities and incorporating them into a gameplay functionality to truly represent their identities can be quite a challenge, recalls Day, along with the fact that this time around there was a desire to provide situational benefits without increasing inventory, as that was a strong piece of feedback we received regarding Sharpest Night. You can meet the new companions for yourself in Update 44 to learn their full details of their stories. Are you on Tenloren's team or planning to be at Zerathar's side? Tenloren and Zerathar arrive as part of the Update 44 base game patch available on October 28th for PC and Mac and November 13th for Xbox and PlayStation consoles. Access to the recruitment quests is available via an active ESO Plus membership or purchase from the Crown Store.
They sound so cool.
Right.
I'm so excited.
Right.
So, does anyone think that this that Zereth should be able to revive you if you die?
Oh, that would be crazy.
I mean, he's a necromancer.
I mean, they both had, he's a necromancer and she knows soul magic, so they both should be able to, technically.
True.
Yeah,
True.
but being that the whole idea of the necromancer is raising the dead, if you don't do something with that, that seems like such a missed opportunity. Like, tie it to the ultimate, he has to have his ultimate ready, but if you go down, he just revives you.
Because necromancers can do that, can't they?
Mm-hmm.
But that would be some insane programming, because normally you have to tell them to use their ultimate, right?
You can have it set for them to proc it themselves.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I didn't realize that. See, It's in the
companion
I'm about
menu.
I'm about to expose myself. I've never fully leveled a companion.
I don't recommend
I'm the worst.
letting them do it themselves though. Just do it whenever, because Bastion's picky whenever he does his ultimate. He's picky. He's very agreeable on everything, but that I still haven't used his ultimate, and we've had it unlocked for a long time.
I think I only recently unlocked Embers.
Okay.
But
You're making me feel a little better.
The only one I've ever maxed out is Bastion. We just get along the best, so I just keep adventuring with him. But, who knows?
That's fine.
The 16 Kingdoms Khajiit sounds interesting. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Yeah, very cool.
So speaking of 16 Kingdoms, so we're going to read the lore, and I was hoping you'd read it, but I don't know if you can you access UESP on your phone?
I can, maybe? Let me look. Let's see. My phone should be fine. What is it called? It's History of Palatine?
Yeah, the overview.
History of Palatine. Sorry, give me 1 second here. An overview, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, it's a Khajiiti.
Yeah.
Oh my, this is a very long text. Okay. Well, it's not that long. It might just look long because it's on my phone. Okay, well, this will be fun to do these pronunciations. Cold. Let's go! Okay. History of Palatine, an overview by Sulema, initiate scholar of the Palatine. There we go. An overview of the history of the Kingdom of Palatine. With reverence for the experiences of those who came before us, may any sacrifices you made for the greater good be respected by those who follow. As this one noted in her introduction to Anakina and Palatine, we must work with a lot of unconscious biases of the non-Khajiit when it comes to building any historical work on elsewhere using non-Khajiit sources. When the base language of a people differs from your native tongue, one misses nuance. This one would say the same for herself, were she writing a history of, say, Murkmire, using translations of native Argonian lore. No language can be translated on a one-to-one basis, given that words represent symbols of a thing, not the thing itself. And symbols often have a tonal and emotional color. People fight for symbols. They die for symbols. They do not fight and die for a mere scrap of colored fabric, but for what that fabric symbolizes to them. That noted, this one shall start the history of the area, now called Palatine, with the 16 clans of the Khajiit and the ruler, Moon Emperor. During those days, the province now known as Elsewhere was open to all 16 clans, and many roamed as they needed to perform the function they took on under the Moon Emperor's auspices. Some functions required stable physical locations, such as the shipbuilding yards and moon sugar farming, so some clans formed permanent settlements to cater to such activities. The name Palatine comes from the clan of moon priests named Palatin, or in Taagra. The reasons for the names rise to prominence over the years vary, until the Thracian plague in First Era 2260. Paalatin was simply a clan name, not the name of a geographical region, as the moon priests lived among the people of all clans. The plague hit so hard, however, that clan structures crumbled in the south. Senchal, which had already started shifting its social systems due to the influence in the Bretons and Imperials who came to its port, led the way in the aftermath of this illness. How? Simply by example and proximity. The clans within the south at that time, seeking succor from the devastation of the plague, assembled on Senchal, the largest town at that time. Moon priests of Paalatin congregated in the town, seeking to provide what aid they could. Mix that with the social strata that had formed among those living in Senchal, and everything changed. Senchal's way of living imprinted itself on the Khajiit, coming in from other areas, and when order slowly restored itself, these Khajiit returned to their lives changed. This turning point, where the northern Khajiit adhered even more strongly to their clan ties, while the southern Khajiit started forming a more class-based society, also created the strong division between north and south that we still see today. Over time, the southern Khajiit rebuilt ruined structures, re-established trade routes with other peoples, and started thriving again. Senchal became the focal point of the south, both as a busy trading port and as the center of all customs and traditions that the southern Khajiit held dear. Additionally, imperial ties strengthened to the point where the potentate Versailles Shai took up residence in the Senchal palace. So it came as an unpleasant surprise to some when Ashita, the ruler of Palatine in Second Era 309, married Kiergo of Anakina. Many in Senchal were aghast in the temerity of their civilized ruler marrying a barbarian of the north. The tribes of Anakina felt similarly betrayed, yet it happened and the rulers worked to join their kingdoms together. But it was the main Rid Thardata who quelled the unrest and instituted a power-sharing system between the tribes and nobility based on the phases of the moons. Then, in Second Era 324, an assassin killed the potentate while he was in residence at the Senchal palace, scrawling the words Morag Tong in the Versailles Shai's own blood on the wall. Some claimed that was an effort to mislead, while others believed firmly that the assassin was a member of the Morag Tong. Whatever the case, imperial ties with the Khajiit became strained. Tensions mounted until Second Era 326. Khajiiti rebels slaughtered most of the royal dynasty.
At that point, the two lands drew apart again, both writing statements of blame over the incident. See for reference the pamphlet entitled Northern Barbarian Betrayal, wherein an anonymous author claims the bloodthirsty Nakinal clan brought about the demise of the royal line. Despite this state of matters with their northern neighbors, Palatine flourished and the Senchal grew until another sickness ravaged the land. The Natan flu arrived in Second Era, 565. So many died initially, especially in the Black Kiergo slums, that some tried to protect themselves by burning parts of Senchal to stave off the flu. As the fire grew, smoke killed many more in unaffected areas of the city. Many fled only to die of starvation later as food stores ran low in the outer areas of Palatine. Other unfortunate acts occurred, including the mysterious closure of the Topal Legionary Academy, and southern Elsewhere stumbled for a time. Now in these troubled days, with an Imperial Legion stationed in Senchal to help with restoration and recovery efforts, and a sense of self-preservation overcoming the last of the clan-oriented practices, southern Elsewhere suffers. Let us hope that the next phase of its story proves less troublesome.
That was a lot more than I thought. Thank you. You are the best of us at being a Khajiit.
You are welcome. Boy, I never realized how much I would stumble over Anakina or Anakina as in a Khajiiti accent there. I was like, la 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 la. But wow, there were some doozy words in that one. Yeah, lorehounds, don't come after me because I know I definitely pronounced a few of those wrong.
I think you did great.
You did
For a
amazing.
cold read. For a cold read, not too bad.
Perfection.
I did it perfect.
For a cold read. Oh man.
I think if anyone has a problem with it, they have to come through me.
All right. Works for me.
And I'm a big guy, so.
Well, it's pretty fun though. That particular lore reading, just really quick to touch on a couple things in there. If you've not done the Elsewhere or Southern Elsewhere, like public dungeons, a lot of the stuff about the Knot and Flu and whatnot, you can actually see that in game. So there is, I think it's the public dungeon, right? The one where you can go through and it's the town that's been burned.
Yes, because that's where you get the plague scraps for the one costume.
It is a huge public dungeon. But
it's because it's an entire town. It's a city. It's a city that's been absolutely ravaged and destroyed from this plague.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's Southern Elsewhere, and just Elsewhere in general, has some really, really great lore. And the 16 Kingdoms is a very interesting... it's a lot of interesting lore in there as well, and all of that stuff. And,
that's why I wanted to pull up that book, because...
You get into the main, and you get into all of that stuff, so...
Read about the moon priests, and just things that are probably going to be coming up with our one of our new companions, and... So if you haven't done any of the Elsewhere stuff, maybe a little, hey, here's some lore for you. If you want to learn a little bit, there's more books. Go find them. There's plenty. They exist.
Yep. Yeah, and it ties to a lot of stuff, right? Because it's interesting how we're starting to see in ESO like
things.
Yeah, like more of the full circle, right? Like we've just done kind of this whole Dark Elf chapter, and then we're talking about the Morag Tong, but we're also getting a Khajiiti companion, and not that those things necessarily. I mean, they do all connect, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of interesting how we like learn something and then we go back to it, and then there'll be little whispers of it again, and then we go back to it, and that's the great thing about Elder Scrolls lore. So it's pretty fun. And the more you start reading and the more you start exploring just general stuff, the more you see how it's a big web of things tied together, and it's really cool.
And then we pull out the Wall of Crazy corkboard and the red yarn. I think Azabi's playing with it upstairs.
I think that's going to be soon, because we're getting towards the end of the year. So I need to finish Westfield so that I can, we can Wall of Crazy.
I need to start Westfield.
Well, me too.
I've done all of the side quests and scribing, but I have not done the actual Westfield quest yet.
Yeah, I jinxed myself by saying, and I think things are getting back to normal, and then my life exploded. So, hey, that's all right. I'll say it again. I think things might be getting a little back to normal, other than losing the power in the middle of a show. So must mean they're working on the power grid, I guess. Thanks, Hurricane. Anyway.
Making it work.
That's right.
So, Never,
Yes.
where didn't the Dwemer go?
Well, I stopped into Vivek City and visited the bank there because I was looking for that furnishing plan. And I did not see them hiding behind the counter at the bank. So, not there. They're not at the Vivek City Bank.
Okay. That was not what I was expecting you to say, so you'd really threw me for a loop there.
What were you expecting me to
else
say?
What's in the show notes?
They're not at my house, because if they were, we'd have power.
Okay.
That's all. It's true. All their stuff runs like thousands of years later. Okay, anyway.
I did run into aliens in Apocrypha, though.
Ooh.
Like, actual aliens. I ran into them in Apocrypha. I had to kill them, though. I mean, they started it, but... yeah. That happened.
Well, they should have known not to mess with you now that you're all DPS-y.
I felt bad, because I'm like... it's like extincting an animal, but at the same time... they started it.
I mean... you know, I'm not living in America. We're not supposed to kill bald eagles, right? But if one is trying to gouge my eyes out, I'm gonna throw it out.
Do I got a story for you that is completely not Elder Scrolls related, so I will not cover it. Moving on.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You can share that when I share my masquerade ball story.
All right, so. Firstly, I want to start off with Vanna Scalarian is the true villain of the Elder Scrolls universe, and I will not be taking any arguments on this. The more I play Elder Scrolls and the more things I learn, the more I hate this man. Now anyway, on to No More Murder Hobos. Have you done scribing? If so, how did your character react to each luminary? Next we have... And for us, for this week, we are going to not talk about those, because scribing is still new, and we don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Then, have you found anything useful during this Explorer's celebration? Or have you just been sitting at home? What is one adventure your character has gone on this week? If none, what did they do in their downtime? Those are our 3 questions for the week.
I have done scribing. Honestly, don't remember a ton of detail about each one of the luminaries, other than the fox is a lot of fun. We'll say more than that, but the fox is pretty fun. And I have just been sitting at the house for the most part, so haven't done any any real adventuring, as I said earlier. But mostly just planning useful things. That's what I've been up to. That's what Nico Dar has been trying to plan.
Well, he's busy renovating an entire island. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trying to determine which attunable stations he should venture out and acquire to bring back home.
Nice. I have done scribing almost. I'm 3/4 of the way done. We're not going to talk about the luminaries, but I think they're awesome. I have not found anything useful during this Explorer's celebration because I have not done it. And my character has not gone on any adventures this week because of everything.
Because you've been on your own?
Adventures. I've been on my own adventure. Like right now, where the only light I have is my computer screen.
And you're just watching the
Amazing.
battery tick down.
I'm gonna be blind when we're done. What
Blind
about
like
you,
the
Gwen?
fallen. Let's see. We will not talk, like I said, we're not talking about the luminaries. Have I found anything useful during this Explorers celebration? I clearly wrote that for a reason. I must have found something. Oh, I finally... okay. I was doing the scribing quests, and we were in High Isle, and I ran through this cave, and there was a chest, and then a thieves' trove, and then a chest, and then a thieves' trove, and then like 3 backpacks, and I finally got some ink, and because now I finally completed scribing, I got that fancy ink out of a chest.
Nice.
That's the useful thing I found.
You were able to collect the ink during the login rewards, even though you hadn't done the quest, right? Okay.
Yeah. I was even able to collect it even without owning the gold road chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But one adventure your character has gone on this week, they've gone on a lot of adventures this week. One would have probably been the adventure of Vadishran Hollows. I didn't expect that to be as fun as it was. There we go.
So regarding scribing, hopefully we find out soon-ish, at least, if they plan on updating the armory system to include scribing. I think they did say at some point that that's planned to be added in, but I don't think that it has been yet. That way you don't have to use your ink to just to change the, a particular part of the same skill you want to keep.
I'm not even going to mess with that yet.
Update,
like,
yeah.
Right now it's collect all the things, then do the things.
They're expensive.
Yeah, that's why I'm collecting everything first, because then by the time I know it all, maybe I'll like have some idea of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, announcements.
Announcements?
Mondays
Monday.
with Moki. Because Moki has power back now too. Yay!
Yay!
Fishing or
All the
Cyrodiil.
power.
Who knows? Whatever mischief we could get into. Last week we just kind of did all of the... It was still Westweald, so we shared all of our dailies and killed things, and we killed the wandering bosses. That was crazy. We were like tracking minotaurs together, and then finally killed them all. It was like this group of it's worth it to join Mondays, just saying.
Treacherous Tuesdays.
Mondays.
We have Dungeon Day. So on Tuesday, get out and go dungeon. Fungeon dungeon. You can even eat Funyuns.
I love Fungeon.
I don't recommend it. I don't really like Funyuns. But you could if you wanted to for Dungeon Day. You could have a Funyun dungeon. Sometimes I just say stuff. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna keep working on Stuga. I will keep working on Stuga. Thank you for reminding me, Never.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. I love you.
So, what time is Monday? I don't think we...
7.
Okay.
7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Okay. And, Treacherous Tuesday is not a time right now. Just, group up with guildies and, do dungeons while eating your Funyuns. And then Fridays, we have Fearless Friday with Arcthuria Dragoon. That is an Undaunted event. Undaunted.
It is also postponed for the next few weeks.
Undaunted?
You guys have read
that's true.
the group chat. Yeah.
That's true.
We
You could
are
still
not
group up with
Undaunted.
yourselves But for Arthuria, hosting is going to be postponed for the next few weeks.
Okay.
I love that.
I'm sorry, we're not undaunted.
Wait. We have to try it again. Undaunted.
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 Undaunted. We were
undaunted.
very undaunted.
Undaunted.
Oh boy.
But anyway, normal schedule, that would be 8 o'clock on Fridays as well. But it's postponed for now.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so you keep listening here, and we'll tell you when it's back. Or, be in Discord and, pay attention to that stuff better than I do.
You said it, not me.
You can also group to do them without her.
Correct.
It's just her hosting is not there.
Correct. So, yeah, and those are Lore Seeker Guild PlayStation events.
PlayStation North American server.
There we go. Yeah, I wasn't specific enough. I was specific,
you were not.
but I missed out that one little detail there. So, yes. So if you are part of the guild, those are the things that we have going on in a normal rotation. If you're not part of the guild and want to be part of the guild, you can.
That's correct. You can. If you pass the test. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, it's
If
a
you wanna
500.
join us.
It's a 500-word essay about why you should be one of our 500 members in the guild.
It is not a 500-word essay.
One word per
Literally said
member.
2 sentences.
Yes,
It's
yes,
not.
okay.
It's only 2 words.
The guild can be up to 500 people, so 1 word per person.
Okay. You can join us, though, at loreseekers.club, because that has links to all of our Lore Seekers stuff, including our Discord, where you can come join us. We hope. All you have to do is join the Discord, go to the Apply to Guild channel, and then fill out the DM that it sends you, and hopefully you get in. You'll get in. I believe in you. You can do it.
You can do it. Like that Adam Sandler thing.
Uh-oh.
Nice. You can also find us on social media a few places if you'd like to hang out with us there. You can follow us on X at Snugpod Cast. You can also, if you want to send us a review or a question or a story or a fun fact or some lore or, I don't know, hate mail, you can send it to snugpodcast@gmail.com.
Please.
And hopefully...
Please send us hate mail if you have it. I will make it a point
boy.
that if I see that we have hate mail, I will respond live on the air. So
no.
feel free.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm a nice guy.
No. You are a nice guy. But wow. You're so nice. You're going to tell them where they can watch us, right?
Yes.
But not right now.
Right here where we're at.
Because one of the streams is dead. Sorry.
You can catch the first bit of our show on twitch.tv/snugpodcast. Or you can play back all of the show on YouTube. Just search Snug Podcast, and it's there. So, yeah. So Snugpod, Twitch, or not Snugpod, YouTube or Twitch, either one.
Twitchy.
Yeah. It's a Snugpod switch. There we go. You just go pull off a branch and beat your children with it.
What? Excuse me, no.
That's old school. That's old school. Go get the switch. Did you ever have to pull your own switch?
I did not have to pull my own switch because I was not a crazy Bosmer.
But your brother did, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever did either, but that was the thing that... Actually, my grandmother might have made me do that once. Anyway. Yeah, that's like a thing. You send the kid out to go pick a switch off the tree, and then they bring it to you, and you smack them with it.
No. Nope. Now we save the trees.
Save the tree.
Wild Hunt?
Save the
Always
tree.
save the trees.
Instead,
Always save
just
the
grab
trees.
your child by the foot and smack the tree with it, right?
Oh no.
You will listen to me. I'm not being serious. I've never done that. I've never
And
done
that. That was the last time we ever heard from them, as they were canceled the following week.
you can ask my kids. I've never done that. I'm not abusive. So anyway, as I was trying to say, and I stumbled over my words a little, YouTube or Twitch, search Snugpod Cast. You can watch us live, usually around 10 Central, 11 Eastern. We started a little late tonight on Sundays. Or you can go back and watch it, within a few days after on Twitch or whenever on YouTube. Sometimes one or the other may not be there, depending on scheduling and power outages and things like that. But that's why we have both available. So
That's right.
but if you don't want to watch it, if you're like, this is nonsense, why would I watch this? I'd rather just listen to it in my car. Can they do that?
They
Probably.
can.
Think so? How would they do that if they wanted to do that?
On their podcatcher of choice,
That.
like Spotify or Apple or whatever Google turned into, YouTube Music, podcasts, I don't know.
Yeah, YouTube Music.
whatever you want, pretty much. You can basically find us anywhere. So there.
There you go.
Did I get it? Did that answer that?
I think so.
Yes.
I think so. Hey, we actually do have a couple of comments on Spotify.
Aww. They're all good, right? They're not bots.
They're not hate mail. So Devin on our 100th episode said, "Happy 100, guys. FYI, my Khajiit is a Templar healer who is also my Dark Brotherhood roleplay. So Gwen's not alone in that trope." And then a long
I'm not a
series.
Templar healer.
I think the healer Dark Brotherhood thing was the.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a long series of letters and numbers that I won't, but that the name is just that. But it says, this was on the 101 episode. "Always a fun day when I get to listen to you guys. To be honest, I'd rather sit with you in the snug pod in the humid and way too warm Grahtwood than welding. But by listening, I can at least be there in spirit. Keep up the good work and hope to hear at least 899 episodes more."
Aww.
If we get to, let's see, that was 101, so that would put us at 1,000 episodes, right?
Yep.
If we get to 1,000 episodes, that's going to be pretty
That would be
impressive.
wild.
That's going to, considering it took us, a couple of years to get here.
Oh
We'll
god.
definitely be able
What
to
would
read
we
email
even
by
talk
then.
about? What would we even talk about if like ESO ended and we still wanted to stick with Elder Scrolls stuff? What would we even do?
I don't know.
We'd figure it out.
We'd I don't
That's
know.
19 years of podcasting if you do one a week.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm running a little late. I dropped my cane. It took me a minute to bend down and get it so I could finish
Wow,
hobbling.
19 years. By then, all three of us should be able to answer email.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, who knows? In 19 years,
Yeah,
I might
I'll
have
be
already
50.
forgotten how again.
I'll be 57.
I don't want to do that math. I know I'll be less than you guys, but I still don't want to do that math.
I'll be 23 times.
Oh boy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
Well, thanks for those comments and the kind words. And we have some emails we still need to get to at some point, but I think we'll
Yes.
hold off on that tonight, being that it's already getting late. But we haven't forgotten about those. We know we have some stuff we have been meaning to try to get to. I'm still working on another thing I want to do, but I want to make sure we're all available. That way we can all be here for some of those things. So once we're settled and we know we're not going to have problems with power, and we don't have to worry about hurricanes, and finding a boat and any of that kind of stuff, then we'll get some things straightened out, and we'll get to those emails and other special things that we're trying to do, and hopefully we can line up some more special things. But scheduling's just been hectic the last few weeks, so we haven't pushed that too much. But if you've been here with us, I know Rose was with us on YouTube. I'm not sure if anybody else was. I had notifications. We had a few people watching at different times. But thanks for hanging out with us live. And if you're listening to this later, we also appreciate that. We're just happy that we can give you something to listen to, and hopefully put a smile on your face, make you laugh a little bit, and take you out of some of your real world stress for a little bit, if nothing else. And anyway, do you ladies have anything else to add before we go?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Nope.
Awesome possum. All right. Well, until next week or next show, hopefully those two things are the same time, but we will see you later. Have a good week. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. And we'll see you then.
Bye.
Sleep well, Tamriel.
You do
There.
that so much better than never.